is waiting such a part of spirituality? Because waiting is where faith actually becomes necessary. The challenge of waiting is to actually allow faith to do its work, trusting that on the other side of this period of silence, I will have a richer, deeper, more alive faith than I did before.
Hi everyone, I hope you're fine and everything is going on well. My name is Chloe B. I received a message on my Instagram and I had a conversation with someone. I honestly didn't want to post it, but it was on my heart, so I decided to put it on my status. And I actually didn't know that it was impactful. Honestly, I didn't know it was going to turn out to be such a conversation, but it did. And this is what I wanted to share. The conversation basically was what to do in the waiting season. The waiting season, in my opinion, the waiting season, 4 things. 1, it could block your blessing. It could open your blessing. It could quicken the blessing, or it could delay the blessing. So all those things depend on what you are doing during that time. I'll give you a scenario. Or before I actually talk about the scenario, I just want to say that the good news is that the waiting season has an end time. No matter what you are waiting for, you will eventually get it. Even if it is not what you get, but you could get something better or something close to it. So it will end. I'll just tell you guys about something. You all remember COVID, right? That time was waiting time for all of us, but we did not notice, or we didn't realize it was actually that. During that time, I remember it was March 2020. I was fresh from campus, graduated in January, and these very many things all over your mind. If you're very ambitious, you will get at that point. So I started something on the 8th of March, and this is the president saying we are closing. It must have been like on the 22nd of March or 21st, just weeks into what I had just started. I was younger then. I am still young. Actually, a friend sent me a song called Dear Younger Me. I do love the lyrics in that song. The younger me then honestly would think, really, I've just started this thing and we are closing. I mean, I would feel like I'll get all the negativity, I would give up, I'll just let it fall. But this is what I did. I didn't even stop one bit. I pushed myself out there, because during that time, believe me, I believe you all remember, everyone was on their phone. I think there was a time TikTok had like really just boomed, and everybody is like on TikTok doing ABCD. I used it as a time to promote myself online. I posted videos of me delivering. Even during that time, I did so much, and guess what? The little stock that I had then, I sold it all out. But I was unable to get more because shops were closed. I didn't really want to get into the whole situation of you're now sick because you're trying to get things, the struggle and all that. But for me, it was a blessing in this case. It opened a blessing for me, while so many other people were waiting, giving up, saying it's all over, waiting for when it is going to open. I mean, the economy and the world. It was waiting time for us. We didn't know what was going to come after that. So what do I mean, or what am I trying to say? What are you doing in the waiting time? Yes, I mean to talk about marriage, because that was the core during our conversation. Someone is saying, I feel like I'm running out of time. I am praying, I am fasting, I am you're writing all these qualities. I want my man like this, like this, like this. Yeah, you've done it all. You've written, you're praying. What next? What else are you doing during that time? Genesis says that there is a man for everyone, there is a woman for every man. There is, unless, yeah, there are people who say, no, I don't want to get married, unless you are those people. But if you really want to get married, I just want you to know that there is someone for you. Honestly, there is. But as you wait for this person, what are you doing? You have to act like a wife. Yeah, people are going to be like, no, I'm not going to. No, I don't mean like go to this person's place and cook or eat. Just emulate what you will be, the kind of wife you're going to be, because you will attract what you are. There's a saying that says queens attract queens, kings attract kings. You will attract your kind, honestly. You're not going to be in a place full of singles and, dressed a certain way and, people that are comfortable or happy in what they are, yet for you, you have a mission. You're like, I need a husband. Hang out with married. See, what do they do? What do they talk about? How do they pray? Like, change that circle. Do not completely like leave your people, but try to act what you want after the waiting season. In that when it comes, you know how to handle. I have a group of friends. We have a fellowship on an altar, really, on Wednesday. It's women. We are about 13, and I think 3 of us are married, 2 are onto the journey. But I love the conversations that we have when it comes to that time when we are praying for marriage. Our friends ask us a lot of things, but we've had this whole talk of what do you do in the waiting time. One of us said, if you're like at home and you wake up and you just leave your bed, rush, shower, leave and go to office. Is that what you would do when you're married? I mean, you're going to wake up, make your bed well. I don't know, like, you and your husband are coming back to this bed in the evening. Are they going to find it? Do you want to find it wretched? No, you don't want to. So it is, even to the list of things, act, eat, yeah? Look good. I don't know. You're not looking good for, I don't know what reasons, but appearance is also something. Yeah. Take care of yourself. Go do your nails. Make sure your skin is, drink water. Do some self-care. I told her that, do self-care. Be happy. People have told me over time, you are such a happy soul. I love your company. I enjoy being around you because you are such energy. That is how you'll attract your husband. He will come and say, wow, I love how you smile. I love how happy you get. But when you are desperate, avoid as much as you can the desperate mode. Guys, Desperacy is a very, very bad place to be. You're going to, first of all, I don't know, it will even be all over you. How are you going to grow when you're desperate? You're going to do things out of, pleasing. You're going to try so hard. This thing has to be effortless, guys. Effortless. You will love it, effortless. So try as much not to be desperate. And yeah, you eventually, people will love your charisma. They'll love your energy. They'll blend in with you, and who knows, one of them could be your husband. And yes, things will happen. So what you do in the waiting time zone is very important. Like I said, the 4 points you're taking from here is 1, the waiting season could open your blessing. It could block your blessing. It could quicken the blessing or delay it. It all depends on what you're doing. Check yourself on top of the praying, the fasting, the listing, the etc. Check what you're doing. And the good news is, again, that it comes to an end. it eventually ends. The husband eventually comes, the job eventually comes, the baby eventually comes, and it's all in the background, it's all in the past. So just watch what you're doing in the waiting season. Love you all. I hope this spoke to someone.